Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And this movie came out in 1971, and I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I used to watch it when I was young, and I remembered certain parts. I've seen the remake, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I'm just throwing that out there in case anyone's wondering. Revisiting this movie, it was a pretty wild experience. And I just didn't remember it being so much fun as it was. And I remembered a couple scenes in it, and I remember how it ended, but I didn't really remember much from it. And rewatching it, it was great to see all these scenes, and it was kind of experiencing, in ways, certain scenes, I was kind of experiencing them for the first time, and it was a really unique experience, and I'm glad that happened. And there's plenty of scenes in this movie that I find to be very memorable and really great, and especially once we get into the Chocolate Factory, that's when the movie gets really great, and you get all these classic scenes, and it's so much fun. And I really love the character of Willy Wonka. I think he's a really, really entertaining character. And he's very removed from what would be considered normal. And he even messes up a line in the movie. He says something like, what was it? We have so much time and so little to do. Reverse that. It's like there's certain things to his character that I really love. And whenever he's on screen, he definitely is a highlight for me. I feel as though I say that about a lot of characters, but it's true. There are certain characters in a movie that really stand out to me, and that's the best thing about it, is if they stand out to you, then that's a good thing. Or it can be a bad thing, depending on your own experience and how they affect you. But in this case, it's a good thing that Willy Wonka stands out to me as a really, really entertaining character, and the Chocolate Factory is so much fun, and what they do with it, it's like a dream and in an imagination. And as much as I love Willy Wonka and him being my favorite character in the entire movie, the rest of the characters are pretty likable and entertaining and fun. Even the kids I liked, who could easily be annoying, but the movie manages to make them entertaining and likable, and you understand them. They're not complex characters, but they're very simple and easy to understand, and they're just used to push the story forward. And I love how it's basically bad behavior makes you lose your chance, and if you follow the rules, then you get rewarded. I also really liked the effects in the movie. I think they were creative and fun, and they were convincing, and I liked the look of the Chocolate Factory from the inside, and it never felt like I was on a set, really, for the most part. There are a couple of things that look a little dated. It's like when we first get into the room full of chocolate and the chocolate waterfall. It looks great, except you can tell that some things on the ground are just balloons, and that it's not like the best effect in the movie, but it's dated in that way, but I don't take points off for it. There's also some really funny jokes in the movie, and there's a scene where a teacher character is talking about percentages, and say there's like 1,000 Wonka bars in like a box or something, and or at least that's how many were left in the world. How many did you get? 100? Okay, 100 out of 1,000, that would be 10%. 150 is 15%. Charlie, how many did you get? 2? Okay, 200 would be... No, just 2. Well, I don't know how to calculate that. I can't figure out 2 out of 1,000. Let's pretend that you had 200, all right? Now that's going to be 20%. And that's a funny joke, but it's also a bit sad for the character of Charlie, because he feels kind of left out, and I found his character to be relatable, and he was very likable, and he was just a good kid, and he just wanted his chance to see the Chocolate Factory and get something good out of his life. And like I said, very simple characters, but I find them really likable. In terms of issues that I have, I'm probably going to upset a lot of people, but the music I thought was the weakest part about it. Not the score for the film, but the actual, when it was being a musical, that's when it didn't really work for me. The songs just didn't impact me, unfortunately, for the most part. There was one that I liked. It was, I forget the name of it, but it's like the most famous one out of the entire movie. The ba 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 da da ba da 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 da. That one. That one I liked, but the rest of them, aside from the Oompa Loompas, like those ones were fun. But aside from that, I don't have any other complaints with this movie. I think this movie has a great feel to it. I love the tone of it, and I love the characters. And the performances are really good. And there's a lot that I love about this movie. There's a lot to talk about, and it's a classic, and it's for a reason. And I don't think this movie did great when it first came out. I think it flopped, actually. But it grew a following over time, and people discovered it. But overall, I think this is a movie that holds up pretty well. I love how this movie ends without spoiling anything. And it's very creative once we get into the chocolate factory, and it's just so much fun for me. And when I finished watching it, I was like, yeah, that was great. I'd probably give it an 8, but it really stuck with me, and I would really love to rewatch this movie, and I could put it on right now and not feel bad about it. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory down below. And I guess I'll just talk about the remake Charlie and the Chocolate Factory from Tim Burton. I've seen it a few times when I was really young, and I don't really remember a whole lot. I remember some of the changes, but didn't really capture the same feel and tone of the original of this movie, from memory at least. So that's about all I have to say about it. And yeah, but let me know what you thought about either the original, the remake, or the book, because this movie is based on a book. And the book's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which is very interesting as to why they changed it. I don't know why they changed it. I didn't look through the special features. But let me know what you thought, and my social media links, they will all be in the description down below, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Rocky 4. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching, and have a great day.